Hey y'all, welcome back to my video. Today we're going to be talking about the spiritual action plan. It is part 2 from the last video that is being posted. So if you have not watched that video of talking about how your purpose, like your dreams, your desires, plus your spiritual action aligning to create your purpose, that video is already posted and it should be there, okay? Now, this one is piggybacking off of that because this is the spiritual action plan, right? This is going to be what helps you align your vision, your intentions, your energy, and your actions together in order to create that perfect plan for yourself, right? That plan where you can be on your spiritual journey, but still be this amazing, awesome business owner or follow your dreams in whatever aspects that mean for you, right? So if you do not know me, I am Dunyale. Welcome back to this channel. To everyone else who has already joined this family. And if you have not hit the like and subscribe button, go ahead down below. Join the family. We are learning one day at a time, as well as growing exponentially by the second, okay? Now, guys, if you're watching this video, I know that you're taking this serious, and so am I. You know why? Because this helps align us to where we need to be, like crucially, okay? This is going to be your action steps. So get your pen, get your paper, get your drinks, whatever you need. Go ahead and get it together. Go ahead and get it out. Get it ready and prepped. You can watch this video as many times as you want. If you do not want to take notes or cannot take notes at the moment, that's fine. However, it's best if you write it, because if you write it, you start to memorize it and you'll always have it, okay? You'll always have it with you. Now, again, we're blending the vision, the intention, energy, and aligning it with action in order for us to be successful, okay, in our purpose, right? So we're going to start off by talking about setting your soul aligned vision. What is your soul aligned vision? That means, what is that for you? What is your dream? What is your dream? What is it that you desire to do? Or do you desire to be a chef? Do you desire to be a singer, an actor? What do you desire to be? Because that's what's going to set us apart here. We're going to have to understand what that means in order to shift and get to where we're needing to go. All right. Now, ways that you can do this, you need to ask yourself, what does my spirit deeply want to create or experience? This is setting your soul aligned vision, right? This is what you need to understand, right? Set soul aligned vision. Then under that, ask the question, what does my spirit deeply want to create or experience? Okay. If your soul wants to experience wealth, then you need to experience wealth. Then you're meant to experience wealth. You're meant to experience the beauty in it, the freedom, the financial freedom, the wealth. If you want to be a doctor, guess what? Your soul is aligning with being a doctor and helping others heal. If your soul wants to be some kind of artist or creative person, then that's what your soul aligns with, that creative side of things, okay? Now, you can do this and write this question. You can do it like a journal. You can do it meditation. You can do it through meditating on your dreams, your desires, using your intuition, not logic, not just logic, okay? Because it's good that you can sit and say, okay, this will give me this will make me this will give me this. But what does your intuition tell you that you should be doing with that dream, with that purpose? Okay? Because I am an event planner. So for those who don't know, I am an event planner. I am a life coach. I have 2 businesses, right? So when I'm thinking about it, it's like, how does the life coaching business align with what I'm doing right now in this video? I am strictly allowing other people to recognize where they have the opportunity to grow, and I am helping and coaching them through it, right? That is going to help somebody else expand exponentially. That is going to help somebody be in their highest versions of themselves. That is going to help somebody be who they want to be in life, who they want to be altogether, right? It's going to help them achieve their goals, right? So what is your What is your intuition telling you about the things that you desire, the things that you want to do? What is it telling you? Because that is what you need to be writing up under this question. Also, you can take that moment to journal and meditate, but make sure you feel into the energy of the vision with peace, joy, freedom, purpose. Make sure you feel it. If you don't feel good about it, it's not yours. Okay? If you don't feel good about it, it's not yours. I'm going to say it again. If you don't feel good about it, it's not yours. It's not yours. Like, we see people doing stuff, but we really don't feel good about it, right? We really don't feel like it's meant for us. We really don't feel like that joy and that excitement. So that's your cue. That's your spiritual cue that it's not for you. What makes you feel good? What makes you feel like you can do it? Okay? Because pouring that energy, that love of it, that peace, that joy that you feel when you see it, that thing into that cup, sprinkling that little sprinkle, that little razzle dazzle on it, on whatever it is that you want, because you feel good about it. It feels amazing. That thing right there, that little razzle dazzle, that's what's going to help you align with your purpose even more. And it's going to connect you deeper, right? It's going to connect you deeper. And that freedom that comes with it, that purpose, that thing that feels amazing, you know it's yours if you feel good about it. When you see other people doing it, how does it make you feel? Okay, when I see other people creating these grand events, these luxury, these beautiful events, my heart pitter patters. I get emotional sometimes. Like, it literally feels that amazing to me. That amazing to me. I be so proud of the person who's creating it. Like, I literally connect to it on such an amazingly deep level. So I know it's my path. I know it's one of the things I'm supposed to do. And it just doesn't mean you have one thing. I have two. How many do y'all have? Put that down below. Let me know how many passions you have. Because I have two big, huge passions. One is to teach. One is to teach and help people elevate. And that's helping them work through the things that they need to work through. It's allowing me to be in that space of peace and love and showing people how to win, how to be victorious, even when they're not sure how. Getting rid of like worrying about other people's judgment, other things that are going on, and being able to live this rich, abundant life that they are meant to live, allowing people to experience that peace, that love, that joy, that abundance that is there for them, letting them be able to see it. Because a lot of us just have on blindfolds, right? And we may not have known we had on a blindfold, but this is how we grew up our life. This is how we react to past situations. This is why you treat people right the first time. This is why you go through things like and have to live with it, right? But sometimes we are in that state where we just need something new. And I'm here to help other people walk in that passion lovely, beautifully, okay? Beautifully, in order to get the things that they are desiring to have, because there's always things for people to want. There's always victories to have. There's always things that need to come into place, right? So, number 2. Create a daily spiritual practice. We talked about this in the last video too. And making everything a ritual. Everything you're doing, you learning, you upgrading yourself, you being in a state of just wonder about it and learning more and wanting to be in your highest, best version in order for that steady pace and growth to happen. That is what we were talking about. And this aligns directly with that, okay? Because consistency in energy equals momentum in manifestation, right? That consistency in energy is going to equal the momentum in manifestation. You want $1 million clients? I do. So I have to learn to do $1 million things. I have to learn to make and create $1 million events. I have to learn to give people what they value. They value that luxury feel, that life, that abundance, that magnificent moment where they can just fully enjoy, right? And it'll come in really fast if you are aligning them. If you are aligning them, right? So what we need to do is start here, okay? We're going to choose what keeps your frequency high. When you're thinking about it, what keeps you on a high level? Like what can you do on a daily basis that's going to keep you on a high level and still keep you moving forward, right? That can be morning affirmations. It can be gratitude practice. It can be meditations. It can be breath work. It can be journaling. It can be visualizations. But either way, when you're visualizing, be sure to make sure you're viewing it as it's already done. You already have that business. Oh my God. Like the line is wrapped around the building, okay? It's wrapped around the building for people coming for your services. Because guess why? You're worth it. It's an energy exchange here happening. That energy exchange is worth what they're willing to pay for. Okay? It's worth what they're willing to pay for. So giving yourself 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Me personally, as long as possible every day. As long as possible that you can fit in your schedule every day, you should be aligning yourself with this energy. With this energy of seeing yourself. Go sit outside. That's my favorite thing to do, especially in spring and summer. I'm always out there, okay? So being able to sit out there and visualize and just being in that space of peace, of love, of joy, abundance, that excitement that comes with it when you think about it. What is it that you feel, you know? What is it that you feel when you're in that point of understanding that the energy being consistent is going to draw you to what you want it to be? So if that means practicing whatever it is you need to do and making it a thing and figuring out your own way to do things, it's going to benefit you. That time that you're putting in is actually going to be crucial to you leveling up. Okay? And that means you'll be able to charge more. That means you'll be able to give people what you're worth. That energy exchange, you won't be working hard to create something that you're not even getting paid enough to make or do, okay? So remember that your energy is the exchange in the amount of money that people are going to pay for this thing. So keeping your energy high is going to benefit you and your customers. You might come up with more ideas. You might come up and be more generous to actually help somebody, be able to donate and provide that more energy to other people in whatever capacity that your business or your purpose is allowing you to. Okay? And when you're staying high in your purpose and high in those thoughts, it actually is going to help benefit you on a grand scale, not just for other people's benefits, but for yours as well, because you will enjoy what you're doing. It won't feel like work. It won't feel like, I gotta get up and go do this now, because, like, it won't be that way. It'll feel great, and you'll wake up like, I got an event today. Let me go do what I need to do, right? There's a benefit that can come here. So allowing yourself to stay aligned with that purpose, with that goal, that dream, with connecting your spiritual side to it so that you stay connected is going to benefit you, okay? Number three, if you are writing these down, you can stop the video, pause it if I'm going too fast, okay? So you can take notes. Okay, number 3, map aligned action steps. Map your aligned action step. These are physical steps that match your energy, your spiritual energy, okay? It matches your spiritual energy, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. First, you're going to break down your dream into inspired action steps. That's number 1. I'll say it again, break down your dreams into inspired action steps, because this is going to allow you to get to the point where you want to be. You know, you just don't stop and just say, hey, I just opened a business. You got to set up the business. You got to get a name for the business. You got to register your business. You got to select the LLC, sole proprietor, something. You know, you got to decide where it's going to be at, what you want to do, how you want to run it, how much you're going to charge, get a website, do blogging if possible, sell your products, sell your services. Like there are certain things you need to do to make people feel like you can be a trusted business. Right? So break down your dream into inspired action steps, okay? And the second part of this is to ask the question, what's the next right step? What is the next right step for you? What is it that you're being called to do next? Think about that, because that's your next thing to do. You have to trust your gut. You have to trust what you're being told to do, because a lot of the times we have spiritual guidance coming in to tell us exactly what we need to do. But a lot of the times we're not allowing it to happen really, because we're stuck thinking like, what if it don't happen? What if I'm not that great? What if I don't make as much money, or people doubt how much I'm charging for my services? Things like that can block you. Okay? So ask yourself and trust it. Trust it. What do I want to do today? What inspired aligned steps can I do today that's going to help me do what I need to do? If today's like, hey, build some business credit, that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do, okay? So trust that. Understand that. Understand that you are always aligned with what it is that you want, okay? And it can always come to you easily, effortlessly, frequently, and abundantly. And sometimes it's going to take work too. So whatever that is, don't be afraid of it. Just make sure you're trusting your gut. Because when we don't trust our gut, a lot of the times we end up having to backpedal, because now we got to go back to the drawing board and fix what we didn't listen to, or fix what we know we should have done that we didn't do, right? So we want to make sure that we're trusting our gut. And then the third point that I want to make on this is to organize them into weekly and monthly things, okay? Do not put pressure on yourself. Because when you add pressure, it creates chaotic energy. That chaotic energy is going to stop you from doing the things that you want to do. It's going to stop you from honing in to the fun of it, to the beauty in it, right? To the just the feeling of freedom with it. It doesn't take long to do a lot of these tasks. But even if it does, allow yourself that time. Give yourself that space, that peace. That's something that I honestly can tell y'all that I struggled with, because I wanted everything fast. I wanted everything to fall into place quickly. I wanted everything done, okay? I just wanted to be it done overnight, in peace, everything done. Okay, let's go. I'm an action-oriented person. So when it's something that I want to do, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it as best I can, right? And sometimes the timing don't always line up too. So even when the timing don't feel like it's lining up, trust in divine timing. Trust in your divine timing, because that divine timing could be your protection. Your protection against things of it not going the way you want it to go, or even failing in that particular thing. And even if you're in that space where you feel like you have failed, you've never failed. Okay? It's only something to learn from. What did you learn from that situation? What did you get out of it? How did it benefit you too, though? Because sometimes we think that because it don't go our way, we don't know what to do. In the last video, I discussed how I wanted to make my venue, but then, COVID hit. There's nothing I can do about that. It's divine timing. It's literally divine timing. I couldn't do it then. So now I have another opportunity to get that done and have it and complete it and make it something that's more bigger, like more grand, more big, more everything, more, just more, right? More, so that I can offer more to my customers. So being in that just more stage is allowing me to see the creative vision that I want to go with my business. It allows me to be in that state where I can say, you know what? My $1 million clients are at the door. You understand? Like, so I'm not putting limits on myself. Before, I had limits. I was going to charge cheap prices to get more people in, to make more money, to do the bare minimum. But now I'm actually standing on what it is that I truly want to do, because for one, I gave myself time and I allowed everything to unfold the way I wanted it to unfold. So now I'm walking in my aligned action plan to getting where I need to be, right? So make sure you make this like a ritual, okay? And I know when people hear ritual, they get a little shaky because they don't even understand what that means. But make sure you're making it a pattern. Something that you're doing every day. Something that you're focusing on a little bit every day. It doesn't take much for you to align your actions and your goals. It can take 10, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. You can sit there and align your thoughts, like visualizing yourself as if you already have it. It's already yours. You have lots of clients wrapped around the door. Like, so many things that you can visualize, right? But make sure you're focusing on your breathing too, okay? Now, on our spiritual journey, we understand that the lunar cycles and the seasonal cycles are like really crucial to how the energy flows, right? We know we're in spring. So spring opens up new life. It's new opportunities. It's the new year, right? It's like everything just blossoms and comes to life. It's the new. So using these times to do what it is that you know you want to do is going to help align you. As far as the moon cycles, the energetic level that comes with the moon cycles are important for you to use. If you don't know nothing about using the lunar cycles for your energy, do that, okay? Because you can literally use this time when the lunar cycles are there to release, okay? Release and set intentions on what it is that you do desire, that you do value, right? So that's going to be crucial. So remember to set your energies with the lunar cycles, okay? The new moons, set your intentions, release and reflect on full moons, okay? And use your seasonal shifts like spring, planting new ideas, new dreams, new intentions, right? Things that you want to shift and change in your life. And then allowing fall to come in. And when you're letting fall come in, you're taking that time to release the things that are no longer serving you. Release the things that you no longer want to go through, the things that you don't want to do, okay? But using this time, because astrology is important too, guys. Like, astrology is important. All right. Maybe we'll start getting into more astrology here. Okay. But listen, allowing this time to be, allowing your intentions and stuff to be set, surrounding and aligning with nature is going to benefit you as well. Okay. When you're sitting out in the sun and you're doing your grounding and you're visualizing and you're just at peace, knowing that everything is happening for you. Everything is like there. Everything is like on point. Everything is working out in your favor, and it's beautiful and it's crucial, and it's just absolutely everything that you're calling in and you want it to be, okay? So allowing that time, all right? Number 5, we're going to talk about protecting your energy. We need to do that, okay? That's crucial. That's important, because the thing that I've been learning is, like, people generally do not care what you have going on, okay? If you're in a state where you are releasing and loving and healing and all those things, and those people are not aligned with that, then they typically cannot hear you when you say stuff. They typically will not hear you when you say stuff. They typically will not even care when you say certain things to them, okay? So, allowing yourself to understand and be in a space where you can pretty much cleanse your energy. You know, you can use crystals, you can use salt baths, you can do, the smoke from the sage or the Palo Santos, and all those things. Like, there are so many things, but do it whatever fits for you. Whatever you're guided to do, that is what you need to do, okay? And say no to the things that drain you. Say no to the things that aren't worth your time and energy. Don't argue with people. It ain't necessary. Because the one thing that I realized is that when you're trying to tell somebody something and they just don't care to hear it, it falls on deaf ears. They don't care enough to even want to listen to what you have to say. And, if you're high vibe and they're not, and they don't even know what that means, and they're not even trying to do the healing, the work, the energetic shifting and all this stuff, they're not going to hear you anyway. They're not going to hear you anyway. So what I do is, I stick to how I feel. And if my vibe is like, I don't vibe with you, then I don't vibe with you. Like, I just don't try to put myself in situations or allow other people to impose on me. Okay? I try not to do that, because at times it's like it's not worth fighting with people about. But then on other times it's like, you have to defend yourself. You have to stand up for yourself. You have to speak against what people feel like they should put on you, right? And that happens a lot in society. Because there are people who don't deal with their traumas. They don't deal with their anger. They don't deal with the things they did in the past. They don't apologize. They don't know how to love themselves. They've been through stuff in their life that they just have not addressed and healed. And it's just like they spew it on other people. And then they try to act like you're the problem. Okay? So be mindful of that. Protect your energy. Say what you need to say. Do what you need to do, and then walk away from it, because standing there trying to hold that conversation, trying to create, trying to explain, none of that is going to matter, because at the end of the day, they don't really care. They just want to swallow all that pain and hurt, and it comes out. It comes out even if they're doing it unintentionally, because that unintentional stuff happens, especially when people don't heal. It happens, guys. It happens. It's just what it is. It happens. So, moving on. Keep your circle high vibe. That goes into what I was just saying. Just keep your circle high vibe and unplug when needed. Silence is sacred, okay? Disconnecting from YouTube, disconnecting from TikToks and Facebooks and Instagrams and people and music and certain shows and all these things that aren't serving you in a positive way. Disconnect. I find myself disconnected from a lot of stuff and people. It's hard for me to hold on to a lot of the anger and stuff from people. I have to play things out in my head where I'm only seeing my high vibrational stuff. I'm only trying to see what benefits me and how that I can talk to other people in a way that can help them understand as well. But it doesn't always work that way, right? I hit this thing so many times. It doesn't always work that way, because not everybody cares to uplift themselves. Not everybody cares to heal themselves. Not everybody even knows that they can do that. Okay? So keeping your circle high vibe as much as possible. If you can encourage somebody and they go for it, then go for it. That's a win for you. But if they reject that energy, if they reject that offer, if they can't see what they're doing, if they can't see, I'm not saying don't be there for them or nothing like that, but you have to know your limitations. Okay? You got to know your limitations. You got to know where to stop. You got to know where to stop caring. Because if I'm caring about you and you don't care about you the way that I'm caring about you, then it's not going to mean anything when I say the words that come out of my mouth. So, you don't really want to be wasting your time and energy on things that aren't serving you because it's not benefiting you and they don't hear it. And sometimes you just got to plant that seed for those of us who kind of listen, because there's some people who kind of listen. So just plant that seed and keep going, but keep your circle high, okay? Unplug when needed. We already said that. The silence is sacred thing, okay? Now, when we're talking about that, like, we need to understand, like, what that means, okay? Going into your meditation where you're not focusing on any one thing. You're letting whatever come by in your mental state just come by. You allow yourself to see the colors, see the things that are, visualizations and everything that come forward. Allowing yourself to be in that state. Because that's just what meditation is. You're not purposely thinking. You're not purposely trying to figure it out. You're not purposely in that state where you're just like, okay, let me decide what it is that I need to do. And you sitting there and you just, like, you're literally sitting there breathing. You're releasing everything. You're letting go of everything. You're allowing whatever comes to you to come to you. You're allowing the peace, the love, the energy, the golden light to surround you and fill you and make you whole. Like, there are certain things that we must do. And in that state of unplugging, even if you need to do a guided meditation for the time being, like, that is okay. That's okay. But eventually you'll get to a point where you don't need it. You'll get to a point where you don't need it. So keep working at it, okay? All right. And staying connected to spirit, all right? Co-create with the universe. Do not hustle alone. Do not do it by yourself. Do not do it by yourself. Do not do it by yourself. You're not doing it by yourself. Allow your angels, your guides, your spirit team, okay? Allow your higher self to help you. Allow. Because when you're trying to force it, when you're trying to make it happen by yourself, it's not as easy. When you allow your spirit team to come in and do what you want it to do, okay? Do what you're asking it to do, or them to do. It's going to benefit you, okay? Number one, we need to pray. Praying as if we already have it, in that state of gratitude, right? Allowing the signs to come to us through synchronicities. Have y'all been seeing the angel numbers? Have y'all been having the synchronicities with animals and things, 777 and all this stuff showing up in your dreams and all these things? Have you been seeing any of that stuff? Comment down below. Okay. When I first started my spiritual journey, like, I started seeing the numbers first and it was a little freaky. Okay. Because I was just like, why do I see this number everywhere? Why? What does that mean? What does that even mean? Like, why do I see this number every day? But then I started looking it up. And then I came across angel numbers. And the angel numbers have messages, okay? So if you've never experienced an angel number, look it up. I'm telling you, these things will change your perception, okay? So pray, channel, ask for signs, all that stuff in your spiritual prayers and stuff. Do that, okay? Surrender control when needed. That means do not try to fight your way through, because a lot of times you're not meant to. A lot of times you're meant to detour instead of walking through the jungle, okay? Sometimes we have to decide and understand when it's time for us to shift. Now, if I went through everything like, oh, I just got to fight to make this. And some stuff you're going to have to fight, okay? You're going to have to fight the negative energies. You're going to have to fight the laziness. You're going to have to fight the feeling of wanting to give up. You're going to have to fight it, right? Negative entities, spiritual things. Like, you're going to have to fight, okay? But when it comes to you being connected to source, when it comes to you being connected to spirit, not one way fits all. So it's important that you understand when to fight and when not to fight. Sometimes, and I'm gonna make this about relationships real quick, because this is the perfect example for anyone in any situation. If you're in a friendship, relationship, bond, some kind of attachment, whatever, and you're constantly trying to teach this person how to love you, how to respect you, how to talk to you, how to communicate with you, how to love you, and this person is not listening, and it's just they're not doing what it is that you feel that they should do. You can always just say okay and walk away. This is the same analogy, okay? When you're fighting to do something, it just seems like you're hitting every roadblock. It's time to stop. Stop. Pray. Ask for signs in which direction you need to go. Tell your spirit team, your angels, call your angels in. Hey, spirit team, angels, I need y'all to come to me right now. I need to know what direction it is that I'm supposed to go in. How can I make this happen and this happen and this happen with ease? Send me the signs. Send me the synchronicities. Let me know that I'm on the right path. Ask the questions. Your spirit team is there to help you. They're there to guide you. Okay? A lot of our spirit team are some of our ancestors. So they already know what you desire. They already know what's needing to be done. Okay? Your angels, your guide, your team. Allow them to help you. Ask for the signs and synchronicities. You'll be surprised. You will be surprised at what is coming across. Okay? And you can ask during meditation. I like to do it during meditation because it's more powerful to me. It's more powerful to me because I feel like I'm getting the answers that I need to get. Not only in that capacity, but I'm actually seeing the visuals. Okay? I'm seeing the visuals. I'm seeing the things. I'm getting feelings of what I need to do. Even when I'm doing my cards. I'm asking the questions. They're flying out. Because I asked for them to fly out if they're truly meant to come out. So it's not as if, you have to struggle and stress with things. Allow yourself to surrender control. It doesn't make sense for you to have to fuss and fight and get through things if people can't love you properly, if your business is if you're struggling trying to get customers, if you're just in that space where you just want to heal and it feel like things keep happening that's stopping you from doing that. Stop, breathe, and ask the question. Take a moment to really focus. Make sure you're breathing in through your nose, holding it at least 5 to 7 seconds, and breathing it out slowly. Inhale deeply, hold, count to 7 in your head, blow it out at least 4 to 5 or longer if you can. I like to use as long as possible. So I'm blowing it out as slow as I can, as much as I can, as long as I can, and it grounds me quickly. Your body will shift from that fight or flight mode and feeling like you need to fight your way through things, okay? So trust that the pauses and the pivots and stuff are meant for you. The divine detours are meant, okay? That divine detour can mean everything, okay? If you try to fight your way through it, you may not get to the destination that you're trying to get in the capacity that you wish to be there. Sometimes we need to stop so we can realize something, so the message can come through, so everything can just flow like water. That is the goal, for us to flow like water. Just flow. Be there. Just flow. Be that love. Be that peace. Be that joy. Even when everything around you feels chaotic. You don't know how you're going to pay your bills. You don't know how you're going to do all these things. Like how you're going to get your car fixed. How you're going to do stuff. How you're going to pay for this. How you're going to do that. How you're going to start this business. How you're going to find that love, that peace in relationships, all these things. Just stop fighting it. Stop fighting everything and see what comes to play, okay? The other thing is celebrate your little wins. Okay? It's the joy that fuels the journey, okay? It's the joy that makes everything feels like it's on track. It's literally on track. Like when you sign up for your LLC, celebrate that. Clap for yourself. Be excited. Be happy. When you build that business credit, allow yourself to be in that space where you can literally enjoy it. You can literally enjoy it, okay? Enjoy it in the grandest ways, the most beautiful ways, no matter what that is for you, okay? When you decide to love yourself, when you decide to heal yourself, when you decide to lose weight, when you decide to do anything, this plan doesn't just work for businesses or relationships. You can literally apply this to anything and everything in your life. So when you're going through it, when you're depending on, like, say you want to be wealthy and everything, okay? When you decide to take that journey and investing in stocks, when you decide to take that journey in saving, buying a home, buying a building for your business, whatever it is, celebrate it. You deserve to celebrate every little win, because every little win is a step on your journey. Even if it feels like you're not getting where you want to get fast enough, celebrate it anyhow. Visualize and celebrate it. Visualize yourself celebrating at the end of it. Breathe. Focus on breathing, guys. Breathing is life. Breathe. Do your meditative breathing. I think that's one of the best parts about meditation that I love the most, because when you start to do the breathing and when you're doing it for a minute, like your body shifts. It shifts into a state of calmness, of peace, of joy. Like you feel great. Your body is so relaxed. Your mind is so relaxed. Like when you come out of it, it just feels amazing. So if you've never tried meditation, try it, and try it with the meditative breathing if you're not really for the meditation, okay? The breathing, the breath work is one of the biggest parts, okay? It's how we build our energy. It's how we unblock our energy. It's how we call in the things we want. It's how we use the neuroscience in order to manifest what we want. Breath work is in everything. It is like everything, okay? It's even a part of healing your body, right? Okay, so this is what I want you to do. I don't have... I guess I'll put it on the screen. Okay. Now you can do this as long as you want. You can do it month by month. You can do it by the whole year. Okay. But what we're going to do is put week 1. Okay. The intention is next. Spiritual practice is after that. Action steps is after that, and check-in, right? So here's the thing. What I want is under week 1, and this is an example that you guys can use, so make sure you write it. Put for your intentions, I align with abundance, right? I align with abundance. I align with wealth. I align with, being a successful business owner. I align with being a successful mom, parent, dad, whatever you want to put there. I align with fill in the blank. Okay? If it's desiring a luxury life filled with abundance, financial freedom, all this stuff, put it there. Okay? And then under spiritual practice, I want you to write what you're willing to do to get there. What are you doing to help you align with this abundance, align with this business, align with being the perfect dad and mom, husband, wife, whatever you choose, YouTuber, whatever, right? What do you align with? Example, daily affirmations plus gratitude plus journaling. Like, what is it that you're working on? Okay? Under action step, how are you working on this? Okay, how are you working on this? What are you doing to bring in that wealth, that abundance, that friendship, that relationship? Be the perfect dad, be the perfect mom, whatever you filled in the blank with, what are you doing? Example, launch Etsy page or launch Etsy shop, right? I align with abundance under intention, spiritual practice, daily affirmations, gratitude journaling, right? Under number 4, which is, well, not number 4, but the action step for the bar across, you want to write whatever action plan you're getting. The example here is launch Etsy shop or page. And then finally, check in. You want to write, did I flow? Did I stay in the flow or force it? Force or flow? You can just write force or flow and a question mark if you want to. Did I stay in flow or force it? Okay. Example number 2. Same thing. I trust divine timing under intentions. So week 2, I trust divine timing under intentions. Okay. Under spiritual practice, breath work plus tarot. Okay. Number 3, well, the third section, action steps. I plan 2 Instagram posts, right? Check in. What did I learn spiritually? Okay. So whatever you want to fill in the check-in question for, do that. These answers and questions are based on what you want, okay? So you can make it a weekly thing or a monthly thing, and you can recreate it to make it like whatever benefits you. Now, I'm going to post the PDF, a link to the PDF or a copy of the PDF there at the bottom. Hopefully it shows up right, because I think the last one, it wasn't really working right. But I hope I do it right this time. So, okay. Now, it's important that we understand this, okay? Because on this action plan, this is what I want. I want you to understand this. The spiritual action plan, number 1, sets your soul aligned vision. This is everything that we went over, right? It's going to have all these details in it in a written form. It's going to have like an extra page attached to it where you can write in the information that you want to write in there, right? And you can reprint this multiple times. I'm going to make it for a month. So it's going to be week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. And then I want to add affirmations to it. So at the time that I'm posting this, the affirmations will probably be attached to the PDF and not said here on the video. Because when you print this out, it's literally going to show everything we talked about in this video, but it's also going to allow you to write it out so you can see the things that you want to see, for those of us who don't have time to take notes, So that'll be a quick way. And I'm giving this to you guys for free, okay? I'm not charging anyone for this. This is going to be absolutely free. This is one of my action plans in which I use in order to get to where I'm trying to go, in order for me to see and connect to what I'm trying to go to, okay? Now, I really want you to understand that at the end of all of this, you should learn something about yourself. You should learn something about your plans and the things that you want to do, okay? Now, if you have not watched the previous video, your dream plus your spirit equals your purpose, watch that video, because it's going to piggyback off this. This is where this is aligned from. This is where this is mainly coming from. And I want to make sure that you guys also understand that this can be done multiple times. But figuring out what it is that you desire, how you're trying to get there, create that ritual for yourself. And then doing this is going to actually align you better. Some people work better this way. Some people just, can think about things and it's cool. But this should actually help everyone. So be sure to comment your dreams. Like, what are you working on? What is it that you're looking to do? What is it that you're looking to grow from or increase in your life? And make sure you drop it down below. Let us all know. I want to post you guys' videos or businesses, whatever it is here on this page. Like, I want everybody to be able to connect and draw each other in so that we can all work together and collectively help uplift each other, right? So make sure you print this if you can. If you just need to download it and just write it out like journaling style, then that would be perfect still. Okay? So listen, I want to ask you guys this. Do me a favor. Hit the like and subscribe button down below if you have liked this video, if it was informational. It takes a lot of work for me to do this, and I'm literally having to pause throughout my day to try to make sure I get these videos. I'm super busy, but I really want to make sure that I'm here to encourage you guys and make sure that you guys are uplifting your energy one day at a time, the same as I am choosing to do, right? And join the family if you have not already, because I would love to have you be a part of this family. And also, guys, I can't wait. I got something that I'm working on, and I can't wait to unveil it. So until next time, guys, peace.